Welcome to Immersion. You have reached Strata 3. Decisions are the cusp between reality and possibility. Decisive actions create a continuously evolving universe for sentient beings, where fate can immobilize actions and defeat progress. The decision makers hold power over themselves and, more often than not, over others. Androids programmed to learn can aid decision-making when dealing with complex data, intricate parameters, and variables that surpass human understanding. Often they excel at making accurate choices within their defined boundaries. However, an android will not excel in addressing intangible aspects of human decision-making. Ethical dilemmas, moral considerations, and other human factors that significantly influence our lives and shape our societies are neither considered nor understood by a machine. Maybelline was sitting on Renaik's shoulder, cleaning herself. Renaik collected bugs from the alley and analysed their chemical and biological structure. There was a bag next to where he had woken, a large backpack beside a long leather coat. Renaik took some time to look inside the bag and examine its contents, trying to remember why he had arrived here. Poz, what are all these things? These are standard-issue SAS munitions from the 21st century. It occurred to Renaik that he could interrogate the Poz further for information. Why am I here? Where have I come from? There was a long pause before Poz answered. I do not have access to that information. My software was set to launch when we arrived. There is no accessible historical data at my disposal. Catching himself in a window reflection, Renaik put on the dark glasses he had found in the pocket of the coat. We look pretty good, Maybelline, he remarked, surprised by an unfamiliar vanity. Maybelline nestled into Renaik's neck as they left the relative safety of the alley and entered the foreboding street. They were in the centre of a busy metropolis. There was a lot of activity, with people shouting, bartering goods, and moving quickly about the place. There were small groups of brightly dressed individuals congregating around stationary vehicles. Some were smoking pipes. Small hazy clouds hovered above them, trapping the weak rays of the sun. The towering semi-derelict buildings created shadowy corners where small fires provided more light and warmth. The vehicles appeared to be a mix of old-fashioned motorised cabins from transportation systems and helicopters. There were some long-legged hybrids, electric-solar engine mashups that looked like menacing metal insects. Renaik's detectors showed the air comprised mostly of oxygen, with low levels of other chemicals: chlorine, sulphur, silicone, fluorine polymers, and plasticizers. Hey, dude from the right side, you want some nibs? A man hovered expectantly, somewhat close for comfort. He looked dishevelled but alert as he checked all directions, avoiding eye contact with Renaik. Renaik checked Poz for nibs. A drug used by nearly half the world's population that creates euphoria and doubles strength for a limited period. Overdose can cause temporary and permanent coma. Long-term effects, brain rot. How much? Asked Renaik, whose algorithm was set to absorb all the information he could about humans. I can do you a deal, said the man. 50 bits, or the rat.
Oh my God, it's flex.
Renaik checked Poz for bits. Bits, street talk for gold, silver, uranium, and other metal nuggets, used in the black and grey economy without government authority. I have no bits, said Renaik. Ha! See you in hell, brother, shouted the man as he danced away on long legs, with a demeanour that seemed at odds with his situation. In the mid-castes, happiness came with security and expectation. Digital and technological lives were formatted for predictability and reliability. Although Renaik was struggling to remember the details of his purpose here, he knew very well that this place was different. A fat man in a fur coat whistled. "Hey, girlie, you want some dirty action? I'll take that rodent off your hands if you need some sexy time." A warning comes from the pause. "Danger, immediate, ground level." A robot dog was barking loudly at Maybelline, who was now snarling and making a shrieking noise. For a fraction of a second, Renaik analysed all the variables and consequences of his next actions. The options were endless. Pause created a fleeting map of the most probable scenarios and outcomes that sprawled a multi-dimensional time map, like a mathematical cobweb, which Renaik was able to analyse in the tiniest fraction of time. He could immobilise the Robo-Dog, tame it and use it, sell it, break it up, separate its useful component parts, analyse its data for information, absorb its operating system, or he could simply ignore it. Renaik began to ponder his skill set, remembering that he was an excellent chess player. Single decisions about actions that he could make foresaw a million possibilities. Theoretically, this allowed for finely tuned activities and peak performance, with very little or zero harm caused to his previous owners. Indeed, this forward-thinking ability had marked machines as superior in operation to humans, who were narrow thinkers and only able to make selfish and immediate decisions based on emotional desires without reference to consequences. The Robo-Dog opens its mouth and bites Renaik's ankle.
His name is Flex. He walks like a man, with long legs and a tan. Keep the beat, keep the peace.
'Cause that's the man I am.
I'll be the boom in your heartbeat.
Flex is just a man.
Oh my god, it's Flex, it's really him. Got all made.
His name is Flex. He walks like a man, with long legs and a tan.
Oh my god, it's Flex. Oh my god, it's Flex.
I'll be the boom in your heartbeat.
The boom in your beatbox, in your socks. I'll be the rise of your fire.
I'll be the boom in your heartbeat.
His name is Flex. He walks like a man.
The boom in your beatbox, in your socks. I'll be the rise of your fire.